Hello! Let's start our recap of episode 5 of 4MINUTES. So we start the episode seeing how Tonkla gets his hands on his first target, Tyro. Now what I want to know is who is that second body discovered? If they hadn't showed the body, but just said that there was another victim, I would have assumed that it was Great, because he was the one with Tyro that day. And if Tonkla found out about Tyro, then it's only natural that he would know about Great and assume that he was involved in the killing too. Great asked the questions I was expecting him to ask in the previous episode before helping Time. What was made more clear in this episode is that Great didn't know about his parents' crimes, but he did know they are capable of it. And even though, like Time said, naturally he doesn't want to believe it, he knows. That's why he chose to help first and ask later. Mani, the woman who jumped in front of Great's car, is back in the story. When I was watching the episode and I saw that she hired a hitman, I thought that her point in the plot was to drive home the idea of how one change could alter the whole story. How Great saving her had caused his mother getting shot or killed. But after I thought about it, I realized that if that was the case, then the story would have a big plot hole. Because if she had died, then there was no need for Great to pay her a visit in the hospital, and so he wouldn't have met Time. So I think that the difference is just in Great not helping her and Great helping her. How and if that will have any effect in the plot, we'll see. I still think that we are exploring the parallel universes theory added to what is happening in Great's subconscious. The only reason I still hold to the theory is Tonkla. I was reminded of a scene I had completely forgotten. On the first episode, Tonkla senses, and we see, his cat that is already dead. That makes it 2 occasions where he gets in contact with something other than the reality he's living in. And I don't have any other explanation for that besides the existence of parallel universes. And it's on that note that I think it's time to make a timeline of the events happening in these 2 universes we are seeing. I will separate it in World 1, following the storyline that we see Great living first, and World 2, following the storyline after Great changes an event he saw. Because some scenes are missing and others are ambiguous, I'm not sure where to place them, I will do some assuming game trying to create a timeline that makes sense. So let's start. World 1. Mani jumps in front of Great's car and he doesn't stop to help her. She still goes to the hospital and Great visits her there. Great bumps into Time. Time sees Great's name on the card. After a fight, Tyro kidnapped Dom and asks for Great's help. Then he kills Dom. What Great did after that is unknown. Dom's body is discovered and Win informs Tonkla of his brother's death. Not sure if Great and Time go out on a date here too. None gets caught collecting information. Win is taken off Dom's case, but gets involved with Tonkla and will keep investigating. Time attacks Korn over Nan and reveals himself to Great. Great confronts Time, discovers about their parents' history. I'm assuming that in this world, he still chooses to help Time. Great goes to help Nan and witnesses her getting killed. What happened after is unknown. I'm assuming Great's dad threatened Time here too. I'm assuming that somehow News about Great's parents came out, and Mani saw it and hired a hitman here too. Hitman shoots Great's mother while Great is in his car on the way out. What happened after is unknown. Time is running for an unknown reason and will possibly end up with him getting shot. Eventually, Tonkla will find out who killed Dom and will go after them. Win starts investigating 2 murders and discovers that Tonkla is the responsible. World 2. Mani jumps in front of Great's car and he stops to help her. She goes to the hospital and Great visits her there but doesn't talk to her. Great bumps into Time. Time sees Great's name on the card. After a fight, Tyro kidnaps Dom and asks for Great's help. Great stops Tyro from killing Dom, then he takes him to the hospital. Great and Time go out on a date. None gets caught collecting information. Time attacks Korn over Nan and reveals himself to Great. Great confronts Time, discovers about their parents' history. Great chose to help Time. Great goes to help Nan and saves her from getting killed. Great and Time take her to the hospital. Great and Time get away and spend a night and a day together. Dom goes home to his brother. Great's dad threatens Time. Time asks Nan not to release the information they have, but she does it anyway. Mani sees the news and hires a hitman. Hitman shoots Great and his mother. Great is taken to the hospital. Time learns about Great and goes out running. Not sure if he gets shot here too. If you compare the two, one seems to lead to Time getting shot and the other to Great getting shot. However, according to Dan's speech, some of the things that Great sees are unreal or are not exactly how it happened. So as more scenes happen, we'll see how those timelines change, what gets added or cut. Now to end, in the final scene, they show Time with and without a bruise on his nose. So maybe in the next EP, there will be a way of telling the timelines apart. I went back and I watched again and again and again the scene where Time gets shot. And I think that I see a bruise there, especially when he's on the floor, when he falls on the ground right before he gets shot the second time. And I think I see a bruise there. So I think the way I see it, that will put him in World 1. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, and that's it for me. I'll tell you what, I have never, ever studied a series like I'm studying this one. Honestly, writing things, putting down on the paper, trying to connect the dots and create a timeline and all of that, I have never ever done something like that. I have never ever put so much effort in discovering what the heck is happening on a series before. Normally, if it wasn't for these reaction videos, if it wasn't for the recap and thoughts videos, I would just be watching the series and like, okay, you tell me what the hell's happening by the end of it, okay? As long as on the last episode you explain to me everything and I understand what happened, we are good. But I would not be doing this much. I would not be thinking this hard and studying a series if it wasn't 4 minutes, if it wasn't for these reactions. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.